right, welcome back to the channel, everyone. And in this video, we are going to be going over the new images of the 2026 Ford Mustang Shelby GT500 or the Ford Mustang Cobra. Let me know down in the comment section right now, which name would you prefer? I'm game for either or. Cobra, Shelby GT500. It's going to be an absolute animal. If you guys enjoy these videos where I take a step away from behind the wheel and we discuss news and updates about Ford or cars in general, feel free, drop a like on the vid, subscribe to the channel, turn on those post notifications to stay up to date, because I've been feeling this time next week we're gonna have some hard evidence on what this vehicle is gonna be called and the powertrain. 2026 Ford Mustang Shelby GT500, everything re-know. This is going to be a new article dated 6/4/25. This is a couple days old. Ford is hard at work on a new Mustang Shelby GT500 or Ford Mustang Cobra. New styling changes are all for the sake of performance. You can see we have a bigger, much bigger front grille compared to the S650 Mustang GT. We have the arrow in the back, and they do have some placeholder wheels on the car as well. Obviously, everything is going to be covered up to keep the hype up as well. Expect a supercharged V8 called Legend with ridiculous horsepower output. Now, I've already released a video discussing the new Legend motor that's going to be in the Shelby GT500 or the Cobra, and it is targeted to hopefully make close to 1,000 horsepower to compete against the C8 ZR1. Do I think it's going to make 1,000 horsepower? No, but I think it is going to be in the 900 horsepower range. But there's also been leaks that this is going to be an all-wheel drive Mustang, which is actually quite interesting. Let me know down in the comment section if you guys are game for an all-wheel drive Mustang, because I know a lot of people are serious purists. They want the car to be front engine, they want the car to be rear-wheel drive, and there's a lot of people who still do not want to have DCT only options or automatic of some sort only options and no manual transmission option available. Again, that's going to be personal preference, but in all reality, if this is going to be a higher horsepower vehicle, I do believe they're only going to be giving some type of automatic transmission option, just because it quite literally might be too much horsepower for the average person to control on the street in the manual transmission configuration. But again, that's just my personal opinion. Would I love for them to have a manual transmission? Absolutely. But I'm trying to think, you know, what the Ford techs and obviously marketing are thinking. They might think it might be a little bit too much for the average consumer. Now, I'm not gonna lie, if they do have a Shelby GT500 or the Cobra in the all-wheel drive configuration, I highly doubt it's actually going to be called a Shelby GT500, because there potentially could be a lot of backlash transforming a previous rear-wheel drive Mustang into an all-wheel drive vehicle. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys think. If this is all-wheel drive making, let's say, 900 or 1,000 horsepower, I think the name Cobra would suit this a lot better, because we know what happened when they did reveal the 2026 Shelby GT250. Everybody was pretty much upset that they had a 5.0 with a Whipple. Obviously, this is a little bit different, actually a lot different. We're talking about all-wheel drive and over 900 horsepower, but the purists could be upset, and I don't think Ford is going to risk people getting upset, even though it was Shelby American, not necessarily Ford's fault. There's a new top dog Ford Mustang on the horizon, and it looks to be an absolute beast. Our spy photographers recently caught the 2026 Ford Mustang Shelby GT500 out testing in Michigan, and we can see a number of changes, all designed to accommodate this thing's added performance. You can see here the vehicle is looking quite sharp. Obviously, everything is covered up. Now, as you can go ahead and see, we have a new wheel design. We have wider fenders. You can see the ducting on the front bumper, and they're potentially, well, not even potentially, you can kind of see that there is going to be some venting on the hood as well. We have a new rear bumper. It's gonna be looking a lot wider. Things are more aggressive. I do believe this is gonna be a placeholder wing. I don't think this is gonna be the wing that's actually going to be on the 2026 Shelby GT500 or the Cobra. Again, the wheel design, the brakes are actually covered up. We don't know what brakes are going to be in the car, but most likely going to be Brembo. We have Pirelli tires on here in the rears as well. Looks quite nice. Beefy, brawny styling up front. The GT500 has large air intakes, a flared chin spoiler, and wide fenders. The hood also has some bulges and cutouts, and around back, a new bumper sits above large quad exhaust tips. These test mules have a new wheel design, which also look rad, and ride on staggered 305/30/20 front tires, as well as 315/30/20 rear tires. Which tires? Pirelli P0R compound rubber, which should offer some serious cornering grip. But carbon fiber wheels are most likely going to be added with the Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2R Ultra High Performance tires as an option, which I know a lot of people are going to option this to their vehicle, because if I was going to buy a Shelby GT500 or a Cobra, the carbon fiber wheels with the Cup 2s would be something that I would definitely do. You can see the rear looks really nice, looks a lot wider. You can definitely tell the fenders are wider from this angle. Looks nasty. Again, everything is looking wider. This is going to be an absolute monster. I don't know if it's going to be all-wheel drive. That is going to be the rumor. But if it is all-wheel drive, I think the Cobra name would suit it better. You definitely can see the wider fenders from this angle as well. Some more of the ducting and the intakes. Again, right here, huge opening for air to go in. Huge front bumper. You can definitely see it here, bulging on the hood. You can definitely see it right here. This is going to be nasty. Oh, yeah. Here, 100% you can see it. You can 100% see the bulging on the hood from this angle as well. This is going to be quite interesting, guys. This is going to be quite interesting. Yep, right here. Great angle. There's something going on right in the middle of the hood and on the sides. You can see the huge front grille. Air intakes. Going to be ducting in here for the brakes as well. Oh boy. You can really see it as well from here. Something definitely going on the hood. So, a legend under the hood. Earlier this year, a leaked dealer memo suggested the Shelby GT500's new engine will use the name Legend. And indeed, we're expecting legendary power. For context, the last generation Shelby GT500 had a supercharged 5.2 that made 760 horsepower and 623 foot-pounds of torque. But considering the new GTD makes 815, people are suspecting that this new Shelby GT500 or Cobra is going to make more. Now, if it's going to be over 900 wheel, I can expect it to be called the Shelby GT500 with the rear wheel drive option. But if it makes 900 all-wheel drive, naming it the Cobra, I think would make more sense. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys think. Honestly, we know it's going to make more than the GTD. I'm expecting it to make at least 900 horsepower to the crank, but obviously 1,000 would be nice so it can compete a little bit better against the C8 ZR1. But in all reality, Mustang, Corvette, it's kind of a different ballpark, but it would be nice to see a war what 1,000 horsepower vehicle is faster. I think that'd be kind of cool, man. But we all know how these Mustangs get down. You know, you cut the cats off, you go ahead and do a smaller pulley with some ethanol, it's going to be making 1,000 really, really quick. And that would be disgusting with an all-wheel drive configuration. honestly, I kind of want to be called the Cobra with an all-wheel drive configuration, just because, you know, it quite literally would be a GTR killer. Imagine having an all-wheel drive Mustang with whatever the transmission they put in here, 10 speed of DCT, that makes 900 plus horsepower to the crank. You go ahead and do a smaller pulley, you know, long tube headers, E85, it's over. It's going to be crazy. These ECUs are going to be locked, but we all know E30, smaller pulley. Ooh, this thing is going to be absolutely nasty, because y'all know it's going to have, you know, most likely the injectors that you have to put into the GTs with the Whipple kit, or bigger injectors, which could potentially lead to opportunities with the GTs. Hey, look, whatever they do, let's have it be as much horsepower as possible. 900 to the crank at least. All-wheel drive, maybe a manual option, but, you know, a DCT or a 10-speed or whatever they want to do would be cool as well. This would be absolutely nasty, and it would rerunning the show. It literally would be running the absolute show. If you guys are excited, let me know down in the comment section. And as always, if you guys enjoy this type of video where I go ahead and bring news and updates, feel free, drop a like in the vid, subscribe to the channel, turn those post notifications. It's been your boy Ears. Hopefully within the next couple of days, we have some information on the 2026 Ford Mustang, Shelby GT500, or the Cobra. Catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.